It's peaceful here. The sun is dipping down beyond the darkened room, its dying fiery rays sneaking through the shutters and cutting everything with strobes of light and shadow. But you can hear something just beyond this cavernous entryway. They are torn apart by opinions, noise, indecision, strangled by their own freedoms, he adds, ascending an imposing stairway, not once glancing back to see if his audience of one is keeping up. He knows the lad is still there, imbibed as he is with the steely certainty that when he instructs someone, anyone to follow him, they obey without hesitation. Even if you have love in your heart, even if you want what's best for them, if you only want to save them from themselves, everything you say, do, believe. He throws open the fire escape door at the top of the stairs, and the cacophony of descent rushes over them both. From the rubble strewn across the rooftop, you get the nagging feeling that the unrest below is not new. As the world below the man's feet is on fire, literally and metaphorically. Cars are ablaze, militia shrug off Molotovs with riot shields, angry protesters pull down statues and hold aloft signs of rage against the regime. There's a firing line, and the aching sense that this is not the first time men have looked up at their executioners here. For now, this brief 4-minute teaser is all we have for Far Cry 6. At the end of it, camera reveals chief antagonist El Presidente Anton Castillo is Giancarlo Esposito, Breaking Bad's Gus Fring, and one of TV's most terrifying adversaries. Far Cry's games have always been about the tyranny of despots, stunning exotic climbs juxtaposed against the tyrannic rule of lawless thugs, and while we haven't seen much of the former in the fictional Caribbean island Yara, well, there's certainly enough of that here. El Presidente seeks to convey to his son Diego that when he succeeds his father, he must cling to his people as tightly as he's forced to cling to this grenade too, if only for their own good. His words, though seemingly sympathetic with its cruel to kind altruism, drip with condescension, and as he passively surveys the carnage below him, it's clear he values his own self-preservation over that of his people, particularly when he urges Diego to prove his fealty by dropping the grenade on the crowd below them. Now, we have no idea if the grenade is live, we have no idea if Diego even does as his father commands and drops it. He loosens his hold, yes, but there's an abrupt cut to the title screen before his decision is confirmed either way. It's a stunningly crafty teaser, actually one that leaves us uncertain if Far Cry 6 tasks us with taking down his despicable duo or just El Presidente alone. And while it may seem interesting to see Diego fight to take down his father's cruel regime himself, what a twist that would have been. We know that the rebels are instead led by the seemingly unconnected protagonist Danny Rojas. Far Cry 6's release slipped when Ubisoft took a timely reassessment of its key titles, and though it was initially expected in February, it now sits with an ominous unspecified Q21 window, which is widely expected, if not yet confirmed, to be 25th of May 2021, thanks to a listing on the Microsoft storefront. Now, while we lack any meaningful information about gameplay, many wonder if Ubisoft will stick to its tried and true open world formula or experiment with something a little different this time around. We do, however, know that the Fangs for Hire is making a return for the 6th installment. Introduced in the predecessor Far Cry 5, it sees your four-legged friends join you in combat, including your impossibly adorable new canine companion Chorizo. Beyond that though, details remain scant, and Ubisoft hasn't talked publicly about the sequel for months now. You can make of that what you will. There's a difference between a team having nothing to say and saying nothing, of course, but the official Far Cry YouTube channel remains disappointingly dormant, and the Twitter account linked from the official Far Cry 6 website seemingly no longer exists. Now, will this game lead into a way that has Ubisoft games progressed further on? Will there be multiple endings? Will there be multiple choices? We don't know. Will the open world be linear, or will it be truly open like Far Cry 5? Will the missions play out the same way as in previous games, or will there be a new sort of content map, spiderweb type thing that we will play through to get to the ending? We don't know any of this so far. But what we do know is that, like in previous games in the series, Far Cry 6 will have co-op play, allowing players to join up and explore the world together. Now again, while the developers haven't spoken to the exact scope of the next game's co-op component, we do know that it's very similar to the previous game. In co-op, you and your friends can take on side missions and in-world activities, but story missions are left as solo-only engagements. Once more details are shared, I'll of course create more videos on that. Now for DLC, Ubisoft has confirmed that Far Cry 6 will have a season pass for post-launch content. No details have been shared yet, but we can expect a few things. We can also anticipate that once we get closer to release, we'll see more of the developers' plans for what we can expect from the game following its launch. Now right now you can pre-order Far Cry 6 on Amazon or through Ubisoft's online store. In standard fashion with the publisher, there are multiple versions of Far Cry 6 to to pre-order, including the standard edition, which just gets you the full game, gold edition, the ultimate edition, and the collector's edition. Now in the gold edition you get the full game season pass, ultimate edition you get the full game season pass and ultimate pack, which is more or less likely just a bit of DLC, and in the collector's edition you get maps, stickers, and a model replica of the game's flamethrower. Which, does it work? Not too sure, don't know how they would get that past customs, but if it does, that's pretty awesome. Guys and girls, all I know is that I'm excited to play through the game's story, mainly because of Castillo's El Presidente. We all know how good he is at acting, and I can just say he will bring a menace to this role and to this game that is unlike any other, and more or less likely on par with Vaas from Far Cry 3. Guys and girls, I want you to let me know in the comment section down below what you think so far of Far Cry 6. Are you excited for the game? Are you hyped? And do you want me to make more videos on it? Guys and girls, I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video.